I just feel tired all of the time. That was a question that I had yesterday, and it comes up a lot. And I guess it's Monday morning today. You're probably maybe feeling the same, just for the thought of getting up. It's obviously dark. It's not that cold, which is a good thing, I guess. Unless you talk about global warming, who knows? So it's not. It's dark. It's Monday, people may be back to work, like things to do, go again. Some people may be happy that half term is over, but what to do if you're tired? I'm just feeling tired all the time. And I wanted to talk about this because tiredness, I'm not going to go over like every single strategy to do this. And the first thing I want to say is to be as honest as you can with your sleep practice, your self-care practice, and kind of sleep hygiene. We know that if you're getting 5 hours sleep a night, 6 hours sleep even potentially, you're not probably going to be firing on all cylinders. There's going to be something that's a bit off, and that's a given, right? We can't really expect to have all the energy from 5-6 hours sleep a night. So first off, let's have a look at that. And if you want a few things that can help with sleep, just comment with sleep below, and I'll send you a few things over, some tips and strategies that might help with that as well. So just comment with sleep below and I'll send that over. But things like if we're struggling to get to sleep, what time are we having our last caffeine dose in the day? We know that the half-life of caffeine is about 8 hours, and 4 hours. So we know that it's still going to be in your system if you're having it like after 2 p.m, 4 p.m. If you struggle to sleep, that is, it's probably going to be coming around your system still, getting that hit, which is going to be shutting off the hormone that makes us feel quite tired. So you've got that element there. Are you on your phone working quite late at night, and then all of a sudden you struggle to get to sleep? Do we need to do something in there? And that's not a quick fix, by the way. It's not like, do one exercise and you're toned and strong. It's not like, cut this food out and it does everything. It's actually a build-up over time. I'll be honest, I didn't do meditation for about 2-3 years after starting doing it. So I started doing it, and then I just kind of lost it. Probably around lockdown time, I just stopped doing it, and I've just been bringing it back in lately. And I find it really helps. Even if I struggle, which is rare, but if I struggle to get back to sleep, let's say I wake up in the night, I just put on the meditation and just listen to it. 9 times out of 10, I fall asleep anyway. Actually, 10 out of 10, I will fall asleep eventually, but I don't actually do it just for that. I just think, I'm in bed anyway. Let's get the relaxation benefits of doing it. I don't feel ultra tired at that time because my brain's like, should I? And I'm thinking, should I get up now? But rather than going, I've got to get back to bed, it's like, I'm just going to put some meditation on and listen to it. But that aside, and comment below with sleep if you want to go through that. I want to talk about vitamin D because I don't think it's been talked about that much of late, especially when it was like last year and the year before with lockdowns and COVID and the impact of vitamin D. But we know that it's a public health recommendation now to supplement with vitamin D between October and April, and that's for good reason. It's multifactorial. It's not just for SAD, like seasonal affective disorder, and potentially contributing to feeling tired. Morning, Karen. But it's also down the side of our bone density to insulin resistance, which could impact our hunger levels, our risk of diabetes, all of these things coming into it. Then our mental health, our mood, all of these coming into it. Our muscle, like musculoskeletal as well. Our immune system, which we know is important. Even our gut health. We don't really know enough, if I'm honest. We just know that it seems to have an impact on most cells in our body, which is fascinating and a no-brainer to take. And if you're not, and the amount of times I've spoken to people who have said can it make a difference that quickly? And I'm thinking, depends how much you take, but after a month on it, it's like, yeah, it definitely seems to help. And obviously it's not just going to be a one-trick pony, but that is one thing that you can definitely do, which physiologically has a bulk of research on, which will help, especially in these times. You're definitely not getting enough sunlight. That's the whole point. Even in the summer, though, people wear sun cream. Obviously, people are in offices, they miss the sun, they don't go out, they stay in the shade, which is fine, but obviously you're not getting the vitamin D there. So, I think it opened my eyes to it when I knew that I was out in the sun quite a bit. I try and make sure that I don't have sun cream on for a period of time, then I put sun cream on. So I don't, if I'm out for 20 minutes, I'll just be all right. And then I was supplementing as well, and my levels were nearly optimal, but not quite optimal. My point is, I was doing kind of what I thought everything right, and I still wasn't in the optimal range when I got a blood test done. I was like just below it, like not deficient, like good levels, but not optimal. And I'm thinking, well, if I'm really trying, what's the bulk of the population? I mean, if you think certain ethnicities, darker skin, you are going to be less, vitamin D isn't as well absorbed, so you may need to definitely take it 100%, even a higher dose potentially. It's quite interesting to get your levels tested, very accessible these days, but probably pointless because everyone just needs to do it, and it's actually a public health recommendation not to get tested, just to take it. So I hope that helps on tiredness, but remember, just before we go to, why am I so tired? What do I need? Is it this? Is it that? Is it thyroid? Is it IBS? Is it gut health? Do I need a gut health test? Do I need to test my blood sugar levels? Just consider our sleep hygiene, our stress management, and ultimately, are we taking vitamin D? There's things that you can do straight away. So I hope that helps. Any questions, let me know, and I will see you soon. Remember, if you do want a bit more information on sleep in terms of some strategies, tips to help with that, just comment with sleep below, and I'll send that over to you. And I will see you soon. Take care.